and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I was going to say.
Okay.
Amen. Thank you. Mike?
I can make it big.
You use that mic. You use that mic.
This is
So, Mike, when you're ready, roll call, please.
Barbara Ignatz.
Here.
Todd Elliott.
here.
Paul Hegan. Bill Laird.
Here.
Paul Nelson.
Here.
Scott Severson.
Here.
Andy Vasquez.
Here.
You have a quorum, sir.
Thank you. So, new business. First item, docket number SM250013, NIPSCO. We're here in person, or are they going to be online? Oh, NIPSCO. Okay. Oh, great. Are you the NIPSCO representative that always comes in person?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Usually, yeah.
Welcome again.
5 minutes away.
Okay.
It's so much easier.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah.
It's easier for all of us. If you
Yeah.
So.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
And Mike, you
Mine-
give us.
Yeah, do you want
Yeah. We'll have.
name, address?
Oh,
How do you-
please. Yeah, your name and address.
I'm Rachel Schmagranoff at 801 East 86th Avenue in Maryville, Indiana.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I'd like to read just a general statement, which will
Okay.
cases. All recommendations will be voted on at the next stormwater management board meeting. Applicant does not need to attend that meeting, but may attend if they wish. After that approval, staff will send applicant the hold harmless agreement. The final approval letter will be issued once the executed hold harmless agreement is received. So that'll apply to all cases tonight, since NIPSCO's the only one tonight for two.
Are you taking care of both of them for us?
I didn't know there was another
Okay.
one.
Okay. All right. Go ahead, Mike.
This is case SM 25-0013 in the North District of Porter County, NIPSCO, Arab Civil and Environmental Consultants, Inc. Action is a replacement installation of utility poles, guy down wires, and related construction activities within the regulated drainage easement associated with the Lindbergh Ditch. It's to accommodate the NIPSCO Viper Gary Packet 6 project within the city of Portage. Lindbergh Ditch is on the west side of Willow Creek Road, north of Stone Avenue, and Lindbergh Ditch on the east and west side of Hamstrom Road on the south side of the intersection of Central Avenue. Staff has reviewed this and the construction plans. They want to retire one utility pole on the west side of Willow Creek Road within the legal drain. That's part of the project. Pole 864-530 appears to be located north of the apparent closed ditch portion of Lindbergh Road. Staff requested applicant and or their contractor confirm the location of the tiled portion of the ditch prior to work. Any damage to Lindbergh ditch caused by downguard installation shall be repaired by the applicant. As shown on the erosion control plans, temporary preliminary sediment control, i.e. filter sock or silt logs, will be installed around the work area to prevent sediment. If dewatering is required during their work, timber mats will be used for access and workspace within wetland boundaries. So the rest of the stuff goes on to more functional detail of all this. Staff recommends the approval of the utility pole and downguard wire installation within the regular drainage easement associated with Lindbergh Ditch. All the standard terms and conditions associated with the work will apply, including the hold harmless agreement between the applicant and Porter County. And any damages incurred to our assets will be the responsibility of the applicant. Again, you'll need to contact the department at least 72 hours prior to the start of the work. So therefore, staff recommends approval allowing NIPSCO to do the work in said project.
Thank you, Mike. Any questions from NIPSCO?
I don't think so. This one's pretty straightforward. Luckily, the guy wires are fairly shallow, so
Okay.
I don't anticipate any issues.
All right. Thank you. Any questions from the board?
What are guy wires used for?
Oh, guy wires are used for stability of the poles. So depending how they string up the wire, it creates extra tension on certain poles. So that eliminates that tension on the line, which helps in longevity of the circuit itself, and then not having to do such lengthy repairs.
We're nice to have during stiff winds too.
Yes.
How long are your typical guy anchors?
They, you know what? I'm honestly not sure.
Oh.
I've only
Oh.
seen a couple drawings of them, but they've only put those ones at 4 feet. But those were in the Duke,
Okay.
so I'm not sure if that's different.
And the reason I brought it up is, as the commissioner might have been alluding to, is the depth of those and having a closed system on the west side.
Right? Yeah, with the drain.
We want to
tub
make
closed.
sure we're all aware of making sure you don't.
Yeah, no, we don't want to.
No, no, none of it.
Will NIPSCO be potholing to expose? Or
Yes. Yep. They usually
Should know.
potholing to
Okay.
expose.
That is also included in our recommendation to you that they do are located our underground facilities.
Mm-hmm.
Any other questions from the board? Okay, so at this time, the staff recommends the approval. Do we have a motion to accept the staff recommendation?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Same opposed, same sign. All right, the motion carries.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Well, if no one else comes to represent the second one, I can probably help. I know most of the projects.
Okay. Was there anybody else that was going to be here, Mike, for the next one?
I think you're doing the next one too, aren't you?
Yeah.
I might be.
He's volunteering.
Point.
There wasn't anybody scheduled for online or anything.
No one's on.
Okay. Okay.
The next
Okay.
case is SM 25-0014. It's in the south part of the county. It's NIPSCO. They wish the directional bore 8-inch utility gas pipeline in 2 locations under Keller Ditch. And then the purpose is, they call is, looks like a SIG retirement of a regulator station 79-1. Specific location parallel to West State Road 8, approximately 1/10 of a mile north of the intersection of State Road 8 and 375 West, South 375 West, and on 375 West. Staff again has reviewed the application, accompanying documents, proposing to place 2 new gas mains under Keller Ditch, which is an open drain at 2 separate locations. The work will include the installation of a new 8-inch plastic medium density polyethylene medium pressure, or PEP gas main via horizontal directional drilling, and the abandonment in place of an existing 2-inch polyethylene medium pressure gas main. It's proposing to place a new 8-inch PMMP gas main on the west side of 375 West under Keller Ditch, which is also an open drain with a 60-inch corrugated metal pipe with a minimum of 3 separation from the abandoned 2-inch pipe under Keller Ditch. The applicant also placing a new 8-inch gas main on the south side of State Road 8 under Keller Ditch, which is an open ditch and an inbound structure. They're saying that they have to have 8-foot separation between the proposed gas main and the existing drain tile. Existing structure shall be provided at the crossing the drain tile. Proper erosion sediment control should be put in place around the work areas. Staff recommends the approval of the 8-inch gas main, the regulated drainage associated with Keller Ditch. Again, the standard terms and conditions apply. There'll also be other documents go along with the contract. Any disturbances or any damage to our equipment, they must make as good or better. Contact the department at least 72 hours in advance of work so we can be present during the performance of work. Therefore, we make a recommendation for approval of SM 25-0014.
Thank you, Mike. NIPSCO.
Were you able to find it?
I was. Yeah.
Do you know anything about it?
Perfect. No, I don't. So I don't want to speak on behalf of the project. I only work on the electric side. I don't work with anything gas. So if you have specific questions about the gas side, I am definitely not your person. And I don't want to pretend to be either.
Okay. Well, then, since we don't have anybody representing NIPSCO on this, my recommendation is that we postpone this until we can either have somebody via Zoom or in person.
And that's fine if the board wishes, but I think this one is so straightforward, and we do a lot of business with NIPSCO, and I think we can Could we entrust this representative here to pass this on?
I could definitely pass this. Yeah.
But it's up to you.
Yeah, it's definitely up to you, whatever you guys feel comfortable with.
Well, she said she doesn't handle this side of it, so.
Well, Mike, you're comfortable with,
Staff
so staff is willing to recommend it. If there's a question, my suggestion would be if there's a question that she can't answer that we have, then postpone it. But otherwise, if
you have a motion, so if someone wants to second
okay,
the discussion of the
all right. So we have a motion. Do we have a second for the motion?
On the postponing it?
Yes.
if there's no second, it dies for lack of a second, but you need a second or let it die.
So then,
I just personally think that if you are asking to be on the agenda, that you need to be here in person. And I don't like setting a precedent that we just go with staff recommendation, regardless. I think it's critical that we have whoever is the petitioner, that they be here either in person or make arrangements to appear over Zoom. And it just is getting sloppy when we're just kind of like, oh, well, we might as well just do it to get it over with, but we don't have to. We can just postpone this till next month.
I have a question that maybe may or may not know. Do you have any idea what time for the scope of work this would take?
I honestly am not sure because I'm not sure what the method of installation is. I don't know if they're boring the pipe in. I don't know if they're going to open cut.
You know, see, my concern is this: is it critical for that gas to be there? Will there be interruptions in service if we don't go forward as opposed to going forward?
Let's see. So this looks like it is. I'm trying to see what the name of the projects are.
Probably have with.
It looks like it's replacements, so there won't be an interruption in at all.
Yeah, that was actually gonna be one of my questions. What's is this replacing or is it a brand new line? But
Right.
if it's critical,
Somebody would be. Yes.
that's a point. Critical implies attendance.
Yes.
So, so if you're not comfortable with that, and based upon this, and one of the ones with Scott that have been on there as long as we have these issues of, do we set precedents by them not being here? I will second Barb's motion.
so Clay, can we do that, or do we need to get a new motion and then do it?
I think
Because
the motion is to continue the matter that's been seconded. I believe that's, correct me if I'm wrong, that's your motion and second.
Okay, I was thinking that.
And I
died
thought
at the-
I thought we already voted on this earlier, that if the petitioner is not here, that we would not hear it. I thought we already voted on this and it was established.
We did, but once again, we didn't have a NIPSCO. This is kind of a weird one, but she's not comfortable, doesn't have the data on it, and I think it's
Incumbent upon us to make sure everything is copacetic,
Right.
if you will.
so you have to take.
So,
I'd like to call the roll for further discussion on the motion.
any further discussion on the motion? So my only point I would make is, I think we should we should have a further discussion about our policy, so we're not doing this in front of a customer.
You're gonna get
All in favor? Part.
Those with electric stoves on.
So all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Perfect.
So
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks for trying.
No skin off my back.
Okay.
I would like to point out with the gas line, Mike,
thank you for being here.
8 foot of separation. That was above and beyond what we would normally require. But they're headed in the right direction, except for lack of having somebody present.
Okay.
So just for clarification, do you want staff to put this on the September meeting, or are you wanting someone from NIPSCO to reach out and confirm attendance for the September meeting?
think we can go ahead and put it on the September meeting and then have staff, can we do both? And have the staff
Sure.
reach out and just to confirm that they're coming?
Yeah, I can also reach out to them.
Okay, all right, thank you.
And could I ask for the record on the first case tonight? Who made? Is that you, Paul? Thank you. No, the first one.
Oh, the first one.
First case, the motion.
No, I second.
I thought Bill was
I thought it
the
was
first one. No.
I-
Very.
There's-
Thank you.
There's a three-way tie.
Three-way tie.
Yeah.
Who made the motion?
Paul, you made the motion on the first one?
I made the motion on the
The
first,
first one, and I second the first one.
Thank you.
And Andy seconded the second.
and I seconded Barb's on the second motion.
Bart was first on the second one. Get all the numbers straight?
Done first.
No.
So old business, Mike?
We have no old business.
No old business. Director's report.
No directors. Oh, yes, there is.
Chelsea's coming back.
Yes, we met here last week. We got to see the twins. Very.
Oh, wow.
One slept the entire time. The other one looking around, smiling and yawning. Chelsea is expected back the first week of September, so she will be slowly engaging by emails and all that with us leading up to that. But she'll be back in full force. A lot of you may or may not know Amanda Vandenover has left us. She's going up to Minnesota, so we're actively pursuing filling that position as well as an assistant engineer to help Chelsea out with her workload. So we're actively pursuing those two positions to get ourselves fully staffed again.
Okay.
And the assistant engineer is a new position we added from last year's budget session.
Yeah, that was going to be my question.
Chelsea, there's a lot she's carrying on her plate. We'd like her to be more creative in other things as a manager could be.
Okay.
I think this will be a good asset for her.
Okay. Thank you.
So that should help her a lot.
Well, thank you for that. Was a report. Thank you. and Melissa, thank you for being here.
Well, thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
I forgot to introduce for those that don't know. Melissa Newberg is the new person in charge, so you'll be hearing a lot from her. You probably have already. We're pleased to have her with us, and she's got a great background, so she's going to be a real asset to the department and to this board.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Next discussion. Let's have a discussion. Maybe we should.
Are we going to discuss tomatoes, or are we gonna, what are we going to?
We'll handle that afterwards. Yeah.
The discussion in regards to the presence of NIPSCO, is that to be done after?
Yeah. Just how we want to handle.
Okay. Little house clean, if you will.
Or we can wait till Chelsea gets back and have a.
Well, we've battled this for years, and in this instance, I thought there was a slight deviation, but we had, I thought, decided that if you do not attend, then it's either remotely or in person. That we weren't going to do it that way anymore. We've twisted on that before, right? Clay?
There's not been much consistency.
Well, we started talking about that, and we've had a few of these, and it's like,
Yeah.
what's the point of us having these meetings if they aren't going to show up?
So we.
Well, if we're just going to accept staff recommendation, then this board doesn't even need to exist, and people don't need to show up. I think it's really important that that the petitioner is present, either in person or over Zoom, and that they can explain a little bit about what they're looking to do, so we can hear it. We're lay people; we're not in that industry, and so it's important for us to be able to look them in the eye, be able to ask them questions if we want. But I think there's an optics problem if we're relying on staff recommendations and the petitioner is not here, because that can start to look like collusion or something that we don't want out there in the public. And that is the check and balance of the reason that we have these boards, the reason we have the petitioner in front of us. And certainly it's great to have the staff recommendation because they understand it a lot better. But all of us are here to look them in the eye and make sure that we understand what they're doing. And I think it's important that they're here. I would prefer in person, but I understand under some situations that we have to do it over Zoom.
And while not the norm, occasionally you have neighboring property owners who have a question or might even want to remonstrate or object to what the request is, and having someone here or online to help answer questions or alleviate concerns can also be helpful.
Exactly. And I was going to add to that that Barb and I both go back to Stormwater Management Board, and if we have any questions before that time, it's best that all these things are resolved. That's the purpose of this board, is to be advisory and also to try to nail down all of the issues before it gets to the other.
Paul, do you have any? You're nodding your head. You've
I
been
agree.
Yeah.
Maybe the even better point is, if you have a petitioner here,
yeah. So I wouldn't, if we had a petitioner.
neighbor, I should say, not
Yeah.
a petitioner, but a neighbor.
So yeah, my response to that would be if there's a petitioner here or if there's a question
Right.
that can't be answered, well, then we would table it.
Yeah.
But I have full confidence in the staff recommendation, and I know you do too. I think we all do, but I think Barb's strongest argument is just from a, I think you said from a transparency perspective,
Right.
A process.
or a process. I think that's the
Yeah,
strongest.
as Kevin mentioned, the recommendation of this board then goes to the Stormwater Management Board. And Kevin and I are on that board, and if they say, well, what about this? And if we didn't have the petitioner here, then it's kind of like, this process isn't exactly.
Ooh, that's another good argument. I think that's a legitimate argument because you're kind of trusting that the board reviewed it thoroughly, and
Right.
the optics isn't very good.
Right.
If they didn't show up and we just
And I would ask staff that anytime someone is on the agenda, that they have a very clear understanding that if they are not present, that their application or whatever will be postponed until the next meeting. They need to understand that.
Clay, is that something that we make as a rule, or is how, that's the
I mean,
standard?
you can certainly make that a rule or a policy. I'm not sure as far as enforcing it, because as this board membership changes from year to year, and it's certainly not something that's part of county code, certainly to my understanding. But with other matters such as like the Board of Zoning Appeals or Planning Commission, you have to show up. But if that's kind of an unwritten rule or a policy that's conveyed to applicants to show up in person if that's the board's desire, or alternatively on these. So so Stormwater Board could create that as a rule that's enforceable that this body would have to follow.
then how would we make it enforceable? Would it have to be voted on by the commissioners or the Stormwater Board?
Yeah, I've talked to County Attorney McClure, but I think to have, because the Stormwater Board that are the commissioners and Kevin, to my understanding, to sit on that would have to essentially create that rule that this board would have to follow and enforce.
Is that something that you could spearhead, or that's something Kevin would need to spearhead?
I think between staff and myself and maybe Attorney McClure with the county, we could work on that in conjunction.
And then put together some draft language for us to look at.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Possibly next meeting or the following. Okay. All right. Okay. Do we want to take a motion on that, or is this just?
But just to clarify, I think it would be a rule that would be adopted by the Stormwater Board, not by the
The swab. Yeah.
Well, since this board is the advisory board to the Stormwater Management Board, it probably should come from the Stormwater Management Board, a policy to the advisory board, which is this board, that we require the petitioner be present for the case to be heard.
What I'm hearing is the advisory board is recommending that we adopt this rule.
Right.
Okay, so if we're yeah, I think so. Yeah. So if that's a recommendation, should we make that a motion then, Clay?
Sure.
Okay,
So moved.
okay.
Second.
Barb's like on it here. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay, motion carries. So we're good there.
Thank you. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So that way we will. There's no. The potential is minimal. If we get this resolved, then we won't have slippage, and we won't be consistently inconsistent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our next commissioners meeting, and if we have a stormwater management board meeting, would be on the 26th.
We should, since we have some business.
If we have business, I don't know if we'll have it though. Depends on if.
Yeah, let's do it.
If I understand this right, staff with stormwater attorney and county attorney will sit down and draft something for your next meeting for you to peruse and send then to the stormwater board
Yes.
recommendation.
Yeah, as a recommendation. Yes. Okay. Great.
Can
Any-
one question?
any other
to
discussion?
clarify? I'm not sure. So, Clay, do you guide us, or do you also guide the stormwater management board?
Just this board.
Just the board. Okay.
Attorney McClure, does he come to your meetings, your stormwater management board meetings? Yeah.
He's our attorney.
Okay. I didn't know if you were a dual. Okay. Sorry.
Good question. Any other discussion?
So basically, what we just said is that we're going to wait until our next meeting to make a recommendation to the stormwater management board meeting. Is that how we're going to do that?
I thought that's what you were kind of implying when you said you should.
Okay, so we're not just okay. That seems like a good approach. Yeah.
Yeah, we prepare so you guys get to see it in advance of this meeting. Then you can tweak it if you want as a board and send it up to the full board for their approval. Does that work for you?
Sure.
Okay.
Great. Any other items to discuss? All right. Seeing none. Next meeting, September 8th. We are in recess. Thank you.